Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you need to know right now. It's a general message, okay? It could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best how this resonates for you and how it fits on your timeline, all right? Now, before I get into the reading, I just finished my last reading, okay? Quite the emotional reading there with the Queen of Cups. And what popped into my head just now, unfortunately now and not in the last reading, was that this morning, so about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours ago, the supernatural theme song like popped into my head, right? And I had this urge to just watch it again and watch the video again to it, right? And now I know that was a download. That song was definitely a download straight from the Queen of Cups. That was a straight download from the Queen of Cups. So, you know, that's for whoever you are. That was a message from the Queen of Cups for you. Yeah, because that hit me this morning. So, the supernatural theme song. All right, so let's see. If you know, you know. So, all right, let's see what's going on here for the collective. What's the message today? What do you guys need to know right now? The moon again. The Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when we are done, or when you are done. Don't you cry no more. The High Priestess, that's for you. Don't you cry no more. Okay, that is for you. The Five of Cups. That song was from the Queen of Cups, straight download right there. So maybe also last night where I was sitting there and somebody tapped me into the collective's energy and I started getting all of this downloading about fear and what's going on with someone. That must have been the Queen of Cups as well. Like, boop, you know. The Hermit, yeah, something about going within, listening to your inner voice, finding your inner wisdom, finding your inner compass, okay? Following your inner compass about how to move forward, and exposing someone's deception. Okay? So let's see what this is here for you today. The moon. The Three of Pentacles, working together with others. The Eight of Cups, leaving something behind, walking away from a group of people. Okay, Five of Swords reverse. The message, this has to do with some sort of a message, some sort of a letter, some sort of communication about a grudge or holding on to negative emotions or a sense of rejection, feeling rejection. Okay, why is the Hermit here? The Seven of Wands. The Sun and, yeah, the Sun and the Ace of Swords, the truth, okay? So you are a very strong defender of the truth, all right? That's what you're being called to do, and that's the direction that you're going, is being a defender and protector of the truth, all right? And that's where your inner compass is taking you as well. Or maybe that's where it did take you, all right? So your inner compass, your inner light is guiding you towards being a protector and a defender of the truth. So what's the Chariot? Temperance, your guardian angel, is here with you. All right. Your guardian angels are definitely here on your path, in your chariot, driving with you at all times. Okay. Or maybe there's something that you heard here, and whatever you heard, you realized that somebody was being manipulative. You didn't like what you heard. Okay. You didn't like some sort of news. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Some sort of bad karma, bad luck, bad fortune. The Five of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is you. You came out as the Knight of Cups in the last reading with the Queen of Cups. So you're the Knight. You're the Knight of Cups. And you exposed some sort of manipulation, all right? You see through some sort of lies. You see through the manipulation. You can see through someone's deception, okay? Or you see through it now. Or you see through it now. So what is it? What's important here for this person to know? The Moon. The Queen of Wands. Something hidden here with this Queen of Wands, okay? Some sort of action that was taken with a King of Cups, or what happened here with the Moon? There was an expectation to leave the community. Somebody was expecting someone to leave a community. A group of people working together, expecting someone to leave a community. Being unsure of the future. So maybe you were unsure of the future of something, all right? Or other people were unsure of something coming up in the future. They were working together. There was a community that was expecting something. Tell me more about that, please. The Three of Wands, yeah, something coming up in the future. Okay, so something, yeah, something about that. Let's see, what's the Five of Swords reverse? The Two of Cups. Somebody feeling anxious, restless, stressed. No peace of mind here with a relationship. What's that about? Something not ending, no new beginning. No growth, no transition. Somebody didn't end something. A main male in the reverse didn't end something. I mean, I kind of feel like you got some sort of a message here, and you immediately knew that there was something deceptive going on. You really didn't like what you were hearing. You kind of picked up on a group of people that were expecting something in the future. All right. What's this Page of Wands? A new phase, rekindling something, growth, changed mind. So I feel like you picked up on, or you heard about how a group of people was trying to transform something, or they were trying to rekindle something, change something. Yeah, this was a choice that you had to make, or something about choices, some sort of a choice that you had to make, or what somebody was making, okay? Tell me more about that choice. A choice not to close something out, not to leave something behind. A new beginning, Ace of Cups, a download, a new beginning, a download, Ace of Cups, about something being a failure, something not going anywhere, some sort of a download that you received a download that something wasn't going to go anywhere, something wasn't going to work, it wasn't going to go anywhere. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. This has to do with releasing something, getting someone losing control over something, having to release a sense of security and despair. So who realized that something wasn't going to go anywhere? Who was in despair that something wasn't going to work, it wasn't going to go anywhere? Who is this? The Five of Cups, sadness. It's whoever is in sadness right now, in grief. So that could be you or someone you're dealing with. Somebody is sad, in regret, in despair, because of a download that you got, to defend something and protect something. Sad because I feel like you wanted to defend and protect the innocent, or you wanted to defend and protect something. But why am I feeling like you got a download? Like the Ace of Cups is a download that you got. Like you received some sort of divine knowledge of love and you felt like you needed to protect something or defend something or someone. Bad financial news because something wasn't going to work out. So did you get a download because something wasn't going to work out? Did you get a download that you needed to protect something or someone because something wasn't going to work out? The Two of Wands, you had a choice to make. You had a choice to make. The Ace of Wands, and you decided to take action on something because you had a choice to make. Death. So you had to make a choice. You were definitely put in a situation where you had to make a choice, okay? But I feel like you got a download. What's that about? You got a divine download here about something being completed. Completion. A partnership, something being completed. Somebody completing something. A hand of cards. Take a chance, take a risk, be strategic when it comes to completing something. So you might have gotten a divine download to protect something by being strategic with completing something so that you don't have to show your whole hand. So you made a choice love. You made a choice out of love or with your heart. You made a choice with your heart, with your heart. And it has to do with completing something. Take a chance, take a risk, being strategic. I really feel like the Ace of Cups is like a download that you got. Why is that so important here for you to know with the arrow? Because this has to do with a plan, okay? Giving something to someone, what you're working on, a plan, something that you mastered. This has to do with a plan to give something to someone or to receive something from someone, a plan, something that you mastered here, okay? The Hermit in reverse. The Ten of Swords in reverse. You didn't want there to be a painful ending. You didn't want there to be a betrayal. Yeah, I feel like you got Look, and the death is here, but I feel like this has nothing to do with death per se, but like a horse, okay? Because I got this vision yesterday as well of like a horse being startled, right? And then when you startle a horse, it like kicks up really quick, right? And I feel like something like that happened to you where something presented itself and it startled you like a horse, like you got kicked up. And that might have made you act in a way to avoid a certain kind of a ultimate betrayal, like a choice that you made. You didn't want there to be a painful ending. You wanted to avoid a betrayal of some sorts, okay? But again, you got a download. You did get a download here. I just don't know if I'm allowed to know what it is or if that's just personal for you, but you did get a download. So the question is like the way that you acted or the decision that you made, was it really so spontaneous or was it a download? Right? Because the Ace of Cups has come out twice. And this has to do with somebody not getting something, somebody not receiving something. Three of Swords in reverse. This has to do with you overcoming pain, coming out of heartbreak. Okay, coming out of pain, coming out of heartbreak, healing your heart, healing the pain that you feel in some sort of way, okay? What else about this Nine of Wands? This feeling of needing to protect something. Yeah, the plan. Okay, the Knight. You are the Knight. You keep coming out as a Knight of Cups, all right? I'm pretty sure that's you. And this has to do with the star. So you're a star. You are. You have this quality to you, okay? So you have this potential, or you have this this light in you, like kind of, it's making me feel like from a different planet, okay? Kind of like that. So this has to do with a plan or whatever you're working on, your mastery, all right? Like you're special, like you're one of a kind, okay? Like there is something very special about you, is how I'm picking this up. The star is also giving me that you have that connection. Like even if you feel like sometimes you don't feel it, or sometimes you think it's there, but you don't know if it's there all the time, you do have that potential. You are the star, okay? So that's within you, that you can connect, okay? You have like a sixth sense is what I'm getting as well. So there is a download that you got here, but Spirit's not telling me what it is. So you might know when something hit you, okay? There was something that hit you, and it has to do with something not working out, or something not working out in a way, something not being able to be completed. That something isn't going to work, or something isn't going to work out, or you can't leave something behind, or you can't get over something, you can't close something out, you can't finish something, it's not going to work out. That was a download. That was a download that you got, okay? You're going to know what that means. But that download did put you in a situation where you had to make a choice, okay? So that's also important to know for some reason. So it kind of feels like you got tested in a way, right? So you did get the information that you needed at the right time. And then you got put in like a test. Like, okay, so what are you going to do now? You know, it feels kind of like that. So what's the Hermit? And that will happen. Like if you're the Knight of Cups, but you're also the Eight of Pentacles star, which means you're working on mastery right now, okay? You're mastering the star energy, which is, it feels like you're mastering your sixth sense, or the following your destined path or following your purpose, you're going to be, faced with these kind of choices where you'll get a download and then it's like, okay, so what are you going to do with it now? It's like, that's normal. That's so normal. Okay, the Hermit, the Ten of Cups, family, community, okay. The Fool, yeah, taking a leap of faith here, trust, blind faith, having blind faith. Oh yeah, that's another one. Having blind faith and trust in the unknown and the Hermit and just walking straight ahead with blind trust and blind faith, wherever that inner compass leads you. If that's where the inner compass leads you, that's where Spirit leads you. And honestly, sometimes Spirit will lead you to places where you're like, this is where you want me to go? And they're like, yeah. Like, you will end up in places that you did not even decide to go. Okay? Like that things will not be your decision. Things will not be of your thinking or your logic. It'll just be like, Spirit will give you the message in some sort of way, maybe through signs, maybe even through numbers. And if you follow that, it's like Spirit gives you the directions. Okay, and maybe you get those directions then, from someone else, or you give those directions to someone else. So Spirit is like, this is where we want you to go. And you're like, what the hell? Okay. And then Spirit's like, okay, so tell that person. Okay. And sometimes you end up in places where you didn't pick that place. You didn't pick that plan. You did not pick that path at all. It's like you'll end up at a place where you've never even been there in your whole life. You don't even know what it looks like. You don't even know where you're going. Your Spirit's like, walk straight ahead. You're like, okay. Blind faith. It's just blind faith. It's nothing more than that. It's just, this is what we want you to do. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want me to do, I trust you blindly. So I don't know why that's coming up, but I feel like that's important as well. Is that like sometimes we'll get directions from Spirit. It's not coming from us humans. It's coming from the other side, and they are the ones that are giving directions. And it's like, that's why you have to just trust it blindly. Okay? Because even if, let's just say an example. Okay? So let's say I get some sort of a download from Spirit, and it's like Spirit starts showing me synchronicities all the time. I keep getting the same synchronicity over and over and over again. Or Spirit keeps showing me the same numbers over and over and over again. I know that number means something. It's just for me to figure out, what are you trying to tell me with this number? Okay, that's always how it kind of starts with me, is that I see the repeating numbers, and then I have to figure out what that means. What are you trying to tell me with this number, right? And that's how Spirit will, or whoever is guiding me, will tell me, this is where you need to go, or this is what you need to do. And then you'll kind of try and figure out what the hell that even means, and then you'll be like, oh, right? So sometimes you'll get clear directions, and it's from Spirit. Like, it comes from the other side, and you see it on paper, and it like scares the shit out of you, because you're like, oh my God, like, how did you come up with that? But I don't know, Spirit did that, right? And then it's like, sometimes it's for us only to give that information to the next person, but it's not really coming from me per se, it's coming from the other side. And it's like, look, I can only give you what they told me, all right? So they told me to do this, so this is the plan, right? So that's the plan. I don't know. These are the directions, this is the plan, this is the number, that's all I have. But walk blindly, okay? No idea where I'm going, no idea where I'm going to end up, no idea what this is here, but that's where I was told to go, so that's where I'm going. That's how it works, right? It's just an inner compass. That's it. There's like, that's sometimes all you get. And you just follow it. And then you're like, well, that's what Spirit told me to do. So that's what I'm going to do. And, you know, for the most part, for me, it's always worked out. So there's got to be something to it, right? Strength. Yeah. It has a lot to do with having courage, okay? Or having strength. I feel like it's about courage. Like maybe the courage to make a certain decision, or the courage to just walk blindly, like with blind faith in a certain direction. Like, you know, maybe the question is like, where did that come from? Well, it came from a spirit guide maybe that told you to do that. That's it. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. You have to have like your trust and your faith in the divine and in the other side has to be so strong for this to actually work. For things like this to actually work, like cutting through butter, right? Like that. And that, you know, and that's hard. Like, you know, that's a part of mastery, but it's also, you know, hard to completely trust in something blindly, like, you know, like spirit giving you like a location or something like that, or an idea coming straight from the other side, and you're just like, that's what you want me to do? Okay. Like that takes a lot of trust and faith and bravery to actually do it. But that's sometimes what's required, right? So I don't know why that's so important. Yeah, the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is about walking into things bravely with strength and bravery and courage, maybe even knowing that nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing's going to happen. So I feel like you walked into something knowing full well nothing was going to happen. Nothing. You felt it. Maybe you just felt it. You just felt it while you were walking. You're like, nothing's going to happen. I don't know. Okay. The Hanged Man. Yeah, some sort of a moment of enlightenment here about something not working out, something being a failure, something being for nothing, everything for nothing. No confusion, no illusion, coming out of confusion, coming out of an illusion about something not working out here with, something about a vehicle, something about a car, something about driving somewhere. No fear. No fear at all. Blind faith and blind trust in the divine, all right? It's like, I don't know if this is like a question of somebody is asking, like, how did you know how to do all that? It wasn't my idea, okay? Or it wasn't your idea. Yeah, that's the energy. It's like, you didn't come up with that. You just followed directions. That's it. You just followed directions. That's it. You didn't come up with that. Spirit told you to do that. Spirit told you, do this, go there, this is the number, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to do, this is that. So you're like, okay, fine, I'll do that. I don't know. Okay. The Empress. The Page of Pentacles, yeah, some sort of financial news, something being held in the hand, a seed to plant, okay, some sort of an investment here. The Eight of Pentacles, something about a job, a plan. The Three of Swords, a plan, being heartbroken about the plan. Well, no, it's like it wasn't Collective's plan. So Collective doesn't even know the plan. Collective is also just following directions, all right? Collective doesn't know about the divine plan. Collective is just following directions. So collective is like, so, okay, so if we combine this reading with the last readings, right? Let's say somebody is upset that they might feel like they messed up the plan, or maybe you are following directions from the divine, and then the divine is like, oh no, something's going on, something's not right. So your intuition is firing up because you're like, wait, what's not right, something's happening. So you relay that information to the next person. You're like, wait, something's going wrong, like I don't know what it is, but there's something going really wrong here. Okay, the spirits are like, hey, what's going on? So that can be confusing, because then everybody's kind of like, wait, how is this messing up the plan? And you're like, I don't really know, because it's not my plan either, right? So that's what this is. Okay, so sometimes, like, this is even giving me something about, maybe even being a medium. Like the mediums can also just only relay information. Like, I know I'm a medium, but I can only relay information that I'm getting from over there. So, sometimes I don't even know what it means. I'm just like, well, this is what they told me, so I'm just going with it, all right? So, and sometimes we just got to figure it out too. It's like you'll get information, like I said, you'll get signs, synchronicities, numbers, but then you have to kind of figure out what that means, right? Yeah, I don't know. Judgment, yeah. Okay. So this could also, it's also getting me something about, yeah, somebody being hurt maybe about the plan. Okay, so like, which is giving me my readings from like 2 weeks ago about, saying like, don't mess up the plan. But, that was just the energy coming through, but I don't think you messed anything up at all. I don't think you messed up anything at all. I really don't think you did. I think that there was a potential for that. There was a potential, but I feel like you're smarter than that. Okay, or you're very wise. You're very smart. You're very wise, right? It was just kind of like don't go any further, The Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, somebody being maybe very sharp with their words. Okay, like maybe being a little bit harsh, or being a bit. Yeah, I mean, I can see how maybe I came off as being rude, okay, or how I came off as being a bit serious, like a bit sharp and a bit like stressed out, okay, like maybe I came off a little bit harsh. I feel like that might be for me, okay, that I came off a bit harsh in that reading. So I feel like why this is coming up here is for, if you felt triggered by that reading, okay, or if you felt triggered by me, the way that I was conveying that message, I apologize, okay, if that came over very harsh for you, and if that really triggered you, okay, because I feel like someone here might have felt personally attacked by me, okay, or taken it very personally, what I said. So I do feel bad about that. You didn't mess up the plan, okay, because again, I don't even really know the plan. I just am giving the information that I'm getting, and I just felt this thing going off in my intuition, which was like, oh no, something's going wrong, or something has the potential to go wrong, right? That doesn't mean it actually did. It just means that the potential is there, and everybody has free will choice. So be very conscious of your choices right now, because something does have the potential to go too far. So, I feel like everything is okay, but I was a bit harsh on someone. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, I feel like I need to apologize to someone. The Moon and the Devil. and the Eight of Swords. What's that about? Before I speak on that. See, I don't know, like, okay, so I could be reading this one of two ways. That's why I'm trying to figure out, hold on. What does that mean? The Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the Emperor in the reverse, the Two of Swords. Yeah, it's because there was something that maybe like, there was something that you couldn't see, I couldn't see as a reader, as a medium, but something also that you couldn't see in the collective that only the divine could see, right? And it has something to do with an Emperor in the reverse, who's someone that's very controlling, overpowering, pushy, power hungry, abusive, and cruel. And whatever this person was planning here was some sort of entrapment and imprisonment, okay? Because that came out twice here, this imprisonment card, but that was behind the veil, that was hidden behind the moon, right? So that couldn't be seen clearly. What they were doing in secret here was some sort of imprisonment and entrapment. So it's almost like the warning came up, or that strong surge of energy that I also felt, where it felt very urgent to get someone to like, wait. Not because I knew what was going on. I had no idea, okay? I didn't know what the divine plan was. I just could feel that something was like this could even be the future. Like the divine can see the future sometimes, right? Or the divine can see how something unfold based on people's decisions sometimes, right? So it's like there was something in the energy that was getting very, very serious, but I couldn't see much into it at that time, what that was or why that was coming out, okay? And I can't really see the divine plan either. I can't give you guys a play-by-play of what the divine is planning, because sometimes those plans go like, 3 years into the future. So I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? The Hermit. Yeah, something about moving through something with your emotions, moving through something blindly, or just following your inner compass, your inner wisdom. Yeah, keeping something to yourself. Something about keeping something to yourself. All right. Keeping something to yourself. Doing something alone as well. Strength. This had to do with this Queen of Cups. Now, I feel like, again, this Queen of Cups is someone from the other side. Okay? Whoever's watching over you, your protector on the other side. This has to do with having strength, courage, and bravery. Having strength, courage, and bravery. Why is the Queen of Cups here with that? Because something here was unfair, unjust. Because the Queen of Cups knew, that they were going to do something illegal and switch something around. So the Queen of Cups already knew that they were going to be switching this stuff around. She already knew that. So Queen of Cups, 2 weeks ago, was in my energy and someone's energy going, wait, don't do anything, okay? Because Queen of Cups already knew that they were about to do something illegal and switch something around, okay? Or Queen of Cups gave someone the divine download. Now, I don't know if that's, I feel like they gave you the divine download, okay? They gave you a download, and it was because Queen of Cups, who's passed over on the other side, I'm pretty sure, knew that they were going to be switching something around, okay? The Empress and the Knight of Wands. Taking some sort of action here. The Chariot. Taking some sort of quick action here. The Chariot. The Four of Wands. Something about traveling to a home. traveling to a house, driving to a house, driving to a location, traveling to a location. The Five of Pentacles, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the World. There's something the Queen of Cups saw and knew. Like this Queen of Cups that's over on the other side, that you can't see them because they're passed over. This person is like your super stealth spy. Like you think that the people around you are spies, this Queen of Cups is your stealth spy, okay? And there's something that they saw about the world, something about traveling, something about the world, something about a map maybe, okay? Something about traveling, a car, a location, and the number 5. The King of Wands, they saw something that you did not see, okay? That you did not see something. The Two of Swords, they saw something that you didn't see. So that message was from the Queen of Cups, okay? Some sort of a download that you got. And this feels like you personally, like you felt something, some sort of information hit you at a specific time. And this information was from the Queen of Cups because it feels like a warning because she saw something that you didn't see. Okay? And it has to do with traveling to a home or traveling a location, a building, the world, something about a map. Maybe there was something that she saw that you didn't see. The Four of Pentacles. The Devil, holding on, that they were holding on to documents, that they were, I feel like this is about them holding on to certain documents, contracts, that they already had something that they were going to switch around. All right, or some sort of documents or something binding, or that somebody was, or this could even just be about control, that somebody was going to try and do a power play to control something, all right, to get something under their control. The Queen of Cups already saw this. She was already in it for you, okay? Yes, has to do with somebody calling someone on the phone, a love call. Calling someone on the phone, somebody being charmed and used. A snake in the phone. Heartbroken. Deeply hurt, sad, separation. That's the truth about you. This is the truth about why you were feeling heartbroken or why you felt sad. Is because there was a snake around you, thinking of you, letting you know, wanting to call you on the phone. What's that about? A phone call. Passion. Fire. Something about a phone call and somebody being a narcissist trying to charm someone, manipulate someone, thinking of you, letting you know something on the phone. Or or something about you, maybe you called someone on the phone and let them know something. A narcissist. And this is the truth about your heartbreak. Official person, coffin in reverse. Because there was an official person that didn't end something. They didn't close something out. They never ended something. They didn't put an end to something. So somebody told you that they had ended something, put an end to something, but they didn't. They never closed something out. The Queen of Cups knew that they were going to try and switch something around. And this has to do with somebody calling someone on the phone and letting them know something. A thief. Yeah, that they were already lying. They were lying, they were manipulating, they were going to try and steal something. They were planning on stealing something all along. They're planning on stealing something, lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating all along. Okay. The Two of Wands, a choice that was made. The High Priestess, you made a choice. You were listening to your intuition. I feel like you made a choice, but you actually were listening to your intuition. I feel like you did follow your intuition. I feel like everything that just happened was only supposed to show you something about yourself and about this Queen of Cups and about this fear that you have or this trauma point that you still have. Like, I feel like you did listen to your intuition here and something came straight as a download to you. Okay? The Queen of Cups just wanted you to see the truth about your heartbreak. That's kind of, I mean, that seems simple, but feeling lost, grieving and mourning. It's like she wanted you to see something about yourself. She wanted you to see something about yourself and about your power or this force that you have. Something about your heartbreak and your grief. She wanted you to look at that. But you listened to your intuition when you made a choice. You did. Very interesting. Look at how Spirit works. It's like, look at how Spirit works. It's like you listen to your intuition, but then Spirit makes you feel like you didn't listen to your intuition just so you can confront a fear that you have, learn something about yourself, only to turn around and say, but actually you did listen to your intuition, so everything's fine. I mean, all right. The Six of Wands in reverse. There's something here about you having to face first this feeling of feeling not good enough or like something wasn't good enough or a fear of failure. Isn't that strange how all of this just transpired that way just so your spirit guides and the angels can show you that you have a fear of failure? That seems a bit cruel, but I mean, that's how Spirit works sometimes. It's like, everything's fine. Everything is fine, but we needed you to look at this, okay? That's how this feels. We needed you to look at this fear of failure, this fear of defeat, or feeling like something is your fault, or something failed because of you. That's what Spirit wanted you to look at. That's what your guides wanted you to look at. And now they're like, but you listen to your intuition, so actually nothing is a failure, right? So, but we needed you to look at that, so just so you know, okay? I don't know. The Queen of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Cups, the Five of Wands. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. So was the Queen of Cups, I'm really asking myself right now if the Queen of Cups was the one that put this like, this heavy energy on me like 2 weeks ago where I felt so panicky. I felt very panicked. Like, oh my God, it's going wrong. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, if you guys watch those reading, I'm wondering now if it was this Queen of Cups playing a trick on me, okay? Lightning. Oh my God. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, and epiphany. looking at her sideways, all right? Needing time, taking time, and time cycles. The epiphany that you had about the time. The epiphany that you had about time. That was actually a download. You got that. That was a download. You got that download and that epiphany straight from the Queen of Cups, okay? About the time. You got that. That was a download that you got. That you need to hide something here. That you need to pretend. That was a download. You actually did the right thing. You actually made the right choice. Okay? Wow. You actually made the right choice. And it was a download that you got. Okay. So why did you stress me out then? Jeez. Okay. So what's the Five of Cups then? Sadness, grief. The Arrow. Perfect shot. That was actually a perfect shot right there. This has to do with a marriage, a wedding, somebody that's married. No, it's all about like just getting the right timing on something. It had to be the perfect timing. It had to be the perfect shot. Something about a wedding ring. And somebody being codependent, obsessive, possessive, and controlling. Somebody being possessive, obsessive, and controlling. So it was about showing you something about someone else, all right? So that you see something clearly, maybe. It's definitely about you seeing something about yourself. I don't know. What else do you want someone to know in the collective? About a marriage and an addiction. Somebody being codependent. Somebody being codependent. Something about a Queen of Wands taking a leap of faith here and doing something deceptive and manipulative. Trying to win at all costs. Okay. No, yeah, this was actually about you. Something about your pain and heartbreak, okay? It has something to do with you confronting your pain, your heartbreak, something that hurts you. And connecting that to your intuition or following your intuition. I feel like you did follow your intuition, but there was also like a mixture of pain and fear and intuition in there. I don't know. The Sun in reverse. Yeah, it's like something that you didn't see. Like you couldn't see clearly something about yourself is what I feel. You couldn't see something clearly about yourself. About the choice that you made out of fear. It has to do with choices that you've made out of fear, definitely. The Queen of Cups was like, okay, so it's kind of like when you make this choice, like you're doing the right thing, but make this choice because of your intuition and not because of fear, all right? So I feel like that's what it is. It's like you were listening to your intuition, but you were also having a lot of fear tied in with that, and it's like you need to look at that, okay? So then so the Queen of Cups ended up triggering something that would trigger your fear, which is your fear of failure, or your fear of doing something wrong, or your fear of something being your fault, so that you would look at the fear and disconnect the fear from your intuition. I'm like looking over at this Queen of Cups. She's not here, but I'm just looking in the corner going like, yeah, she really did that. You really did that, didn't you? Okay. Yeah, she's definitely with you all the time. I mean, if this doesn't prove it, then what does? Okay, really. Justice in reverse. Yeah, something is unfair, unjust, illegal. Okay, imbalance. Yeah, imbalance. Look, here they come. The Queen of Cups always knew that they were going to try and do something illegal here. Okay, she always knew they were going to try and switch something around with this money. She saw it coming from a mile away, all right? That they were all working together. She knew the whole time. She's your little super spy on the other side. High priestess. And you were listening. And when you work together with someone else, you were listening to your intuition. You actually were. You were listening to your intuition. Okay? You were. She gave you that download. She wants you to know. She's taking all the credit for this one. She's taking all of the credit. In the last two readings, Queen of Cups is like, that was me. Okay? I want you to know that was me. I did all of this. Okay? Just to let you know that I'm here and it's all me. Okay? Look, she's like, yes, it's me. Hello, I'm here. Okay? That's me. I did that. Okay, I'm just glad she's making me laugh in this reading, not like in the last reading where she made me cry. So, yeah, Queen of Cups is definitely here. She wants you to know that you followed your intuition, you did the right thing, you made the right choice. She gave you the download. She told you to do that. She let you know what's going on and how you need to do something. You followed your intuition, but she also noticed that you were following fear, and that fear was coming up, and that you were making decisions more out of a place of fear than of intuition. And that's where she stepped in. It was like, okay, no, you need to confront this fear, all right? Because I'm here and you need to let it go, okay? So I hope that this helps, okay? I hope that this message gives you some strength, all right, to feel better, and that everything is fine, okay? We're on path, okay? Queen of Cups says everything is going according to plan. So, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Hope this helps, guys. Actually, you want me to get some of these, okay? Let's see who's involved here. A husband. Okay, so a father. That's it. That's all you wanted to show me? Husband and father. So I feel like that's for you. That you know who this Queen of Cups is. Husband and father. Okay. I can't believe these are the only two cards that came out. She's like, yes, it's me. Hello. I'm still with you. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. Hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.